Hello, welcome once again to my organic kitchen. Those of you who've been here before, those of you who haven't been here before, well, I'm so glad that you made it, and I really hope that you get something interesting out of my demonstration today. Today, we'll be cooking a niçoise salad. Traditionally, niçoise salad has got boiled potatoes. I wanted to look for a salad that had less carbohydrates. My husband is trying to lose some weight. He's always very concerned about being really in shape, doesn't like eating too many carbohydrates. So one day he said, do you think you can make it, without potatoes? And I thought, hang on. And I love a challenge anyway. So I thought, beans, he loves beans. So we're going to make it with beans. So this recipe is available in my blog. All you have to do is go to carmensorganickitchen.com and you'll find a niçoise salad recipe in the blog. And then after today, I'll have a link to the video. So if you don't manage, you cannot be the whole time, you're missing a little bit, don't worry, the video will be there together with the recipe. But this is what we need. So I found this beautiful Italian rustic beans. I'm all about it, rustic ingredients, and also I like them because these are really big and these ones are not easy to find. I like buying them dry and cooking them myself, but I have been busy. School is coming back next week, and those of you who are moms, how busy we get up to. If you think, I've got time, and then at the end you have so much to do. So next time we'll cook beans from scratch. But today I found this fantastic jar, and the reason it's not organic, and I am all about organic food. The reason I bought it is because even though it's not organic, there is the ingredients that are in the bottle are beans, water, and salt. Does anything sound to you that you don't understand? We understand beans, we understand water, we understand salt. I would rather buy this that has ingredients that are real than buying an organic one that it might have some ingredients that are not real. If you buy a tin, please make sure it is BPA free lining, because that one is not good for your health. Okay, so we've got the beans. We need lettuce, which I've got here. I bought this beautiful coral lettuce. I have washed it and it's already dry, ready to go. I don't want to make it too long, so I've prepared as much as I have been able to do. I've got 12 of these beautiful cherry tomatoes that are in season here in Northern California where I live. They're beautiful. We're going to cut them in half. I washed them as well. What else have we got? I've got some Kalamata olives. You can add normal black olives if you like. I like Kalamata because they have a much stronger flavor and it's so much nicer. What else? We need 2 soft-boiled eggs. I've done this before. They take about 12 minutes. I have used my Thermomix to do it. It's always perfect in 12 minutes. But if you do it using normal stovetop, I like steaming them. Try next time. So I normally steam them for my cooking classes in the cooking school for 18 minutes for hard-boiled eggs. So I'll say that if you do it for about 40 minutes, so get a pot of boiling water where you can place a straight a steaming base. Those Chinese ones work really well as well. Put your eggs in there. Make sure they're at room temperature before you do that. Cover it, and I'll say 40 minutes, 15 maximum, and you'll have soft-boiled eggs. I like soft-boiled eggs for this recipe better than the hard-boiled eggs. I sort of don't like the texture of the yolk when it's really hard-boiled. But if you prefer hard-boiled eggs, make it your own. This is my way of making it, but I like when people make the recipes their own. I always do. So now we need salt, pepper. I've got whole peppercorn. We're going to use a mortar and pestle. We're going to make the dressing using this because we're going to put an anchovy fillet. to give it a much stronger flavor. It's going to be beautiful. A little bit of dry thyme. I don't have any fresh, unfortunately. I don't have green thumbs. I tried it, I promise you, but it doesn't work. So, and to buy them in the store, they go bad. So I end up using dry, but it also leaves a nice flavor. I've got a lemon. We're going to get some juice out of this for the dressing. We need some olive oil. This is a bottle that I reuse, and I refill it with organic extra virgin olive oil. And what else do we have? We've got green beans. Very important. Green beans. If you want to put another flavor in spring, you can use asparagus as well. Or you can use the thicker flutter. I like these ones, and you can find them all year round anyway. So we need 2 good handfuls. I'm going to show you how I take only the top part. I've got a pot of boiling water here, ready to go. We're going to blanch them. Blanch them for 2 minutes, and they're going to be perfect to be used. And I've got a tin of tuna that I have open because I wanted to strain all the oil. We're going to use the oil to make the dressing, and it's going to have more flavor. Now, you might say, that's not a lot of tuna. You're right. It's not a lot of tuna because I'm going to make this for dinner tonight. It is just after 4 p.m. in Northern California. So this is going to be our dinner, and it's the main meal of the day. My husband always comes from work really hungry. So I have bought some ahi tuna fillets that I've got in the fridge, and I'm going to cook those just before I serve the salad because those ones only take about a minute each side. If you check my recipe in my blog, as I said to you, I explained to you how you can cook the ahi tuna, and it goes really, really well, and it's so lovely and fresh. You will like it. Okay, so I was cleaning these ones. All I've done, by the way, I'm not going to clean them because they're going to go in a bath of salty, very hot water. So I think that's fine. If you want to make a little bit sure that you get all the nasties out, I didn't buy organic today because all organics were in a package, and I am all about being sustainable. I don't like packaging. So when I have to find a package, I rather buy non-organic than organic in a package. But what I do when that happens, to be sure that I get as much of the sprays that they use, God bless us, God help us what they put in them, is this is a little plastic bottle that I have distilled white vinegar. I will put about a tablespoon in the water, and that will take any nastiness and it will clean it as much as possible. Let's say 99% disinfect. If it's 95, it's better than nothing anyway. So you can always do that. You know, I actually, when I buy strawberries in season, not necessarily they have to be organic, but it's better if they are organic because they put a lot of sprays over the strawberries to make sure that the little insects don't eat them. I actually soak them for about half an hour to an hour, and you know what? If you dry those strawberries with gently with kitchen paper or a tea towel, and then you place them in a seal container, glass please, in your fridge, you have fresh washed strawberries for about a week. So this is a little tip for you. So go back to, I can talk all day. So I'm going to make it fast, and I'm getting really good at this because I do it every week. So I'm here every week. In English, I do it at this time. I might do it an hour later. My daughter starts school. It's going to be really rough and really tough for me to be here, and I don't like coming and studying. No, I want to be relaxed and do it well. So, but I'll let you know. Now, next week, I do it in Spanish. Always 1 week English, 1 week Spanish. And when I do it in Spanish, I do it in my morning here in Northern California, around 11 o'clock here, Pacific time in the US, because I have a lot of followers in Spain because I'm Spanish. And also I can catch all the South Americans at that time as well. So, you know, I try to work with everybody so I can make everybody happy. So you know I'm here. And I'm chatting too much. So let's get back to the recipe. Green bean, I love them. They have many different names in Spanish. I'll do that next week. So all I do is I just break the two. I've got 2 good handfuls of them, which is what I asked for the recipe. I think this is a little bit more, but I love them just as a little snack. So I'm going to blanch them all. I might not use them all for the recipe, but the ones that I will have left over, because they blanch, they are not too they're not too soft, so they're not gonna wilt. So they stay sort of nice and firm and crunchy. I like my vegetables crunchy, so I don't overboil them or overcook them. I personally don't like them unless they're in a soup. We're talking about a different story. Okay, so this bag, it's gonna be for my green waste or compost, whichever you use in your neighborhood. So here I have 2 good handfuls. We're gonna put them in the boiling water. This has been boiling for a while now. I think you might not be able to see, some of you. I'm gonna put the water up a little bit so it goes back to boiling. So what we're going to do, we're gonna put the green beans in here, and when it gets back to boiling the water, we're going to cover the lid and we're going to put 2 minutes of the clock, and that's all they need. And we're not going to rinse them in cold water, but when you're going to make a cold salad, what I normally do is I have a cold bath ready with ice. So I get a big bowl, quite a bit of water, a good tray of ice, and then I put them in. By that, you stop the cooking process going, and they're gonna stay crispy, and also they're gonna keep that beautiful green, bright color. Yeah, right. So we're gonna start. I'm keeping an eye. I can do more than one thing at a time in the kitchen. So here is. I love this tray. It has got a long story. I always have long story about my kitchen utensils. I originally bought it as a present for someone. But when I got home, my husband, when he saw it, he said, "Oh, this is beautiful." And I went, "Oh, yeah, isn't it nice? I bought it for such and such." And he said, "What? No, this is too beautiful. I think we're going to keep it." So we kept it for ourselves. Funny story. But anyway, I'm trying to work out with this light. I'm not sure. This is all very rustic, as my kitchen, as my cooking, and I hope you like it. This is the way I am. The water hasn't boiled yet. I'm waiting for it. It's going to get there. That's why I put it. I might put it a little bit out. So what I'm going to do, we're going to start sort of preparing the salad. And what we're going to do, we're going to get the lettuce, and we're going to put it on the bottom. We want our food to look beautiful. Yeah. So just put your salad. See, I have sort of cut it like that, but I think I might cut a little bit more because this seems to be quite big and it's going to be hard to eat it. So I'm just going to put it all in the bottom. I've got 2 good handfuls of lettuce. The recipe in my blog asks for mixed lettuce. Just use any lettuce that you like. I don't like buying things in package. So I bought a lettuce and I washed it. I don't mind washing. It's just no problem. And when you wash your salad, if you spin it dry really well, what you can do is you cover it in a tea towel, put it in one of those green plastic bags that I was using before, put a good clip to close it, put it in the fridge. You're going to have fresh salad for over a week. I do that with spinach leaves, and I always have fresh spinach leaves, and they don't wilt. I promise you. Okay, the green beans are going, so I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna put 2 minutes in my clock. Okay, so here we are. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the beans. So first your salad I don't have a lot of space. I do have a lot of space, but not to show you. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to drain. Now, another reason why I bought these beans today is because they come in a jar. And I make a lot of things in a jar. When my website comes, which is going to be very soon, you will see the produce that I make that are all in glass jars. So I will probably wash this, take the label off, and use it for a future because I actually love it. It's really rustic. Don't you think so? It's lovely. Now I'm going to show you why I bought these beans instead of other beans. It's because look at how big they are. Normally beans are a little bit smaller, but these beans are really particularly big, and I love them because I am substituting the potatoes. I would have cut the potatoes. I either would have bought smaller and cut them in half, or I would have cut them, in bite pieces. This is almost a bite piece. I'm just going to give this a quick rinse and the cold water. Okay. So we make sure that it doesn't have a lot of, when you finish, mainly those of you who are in Instagram, first, thank you for following me. I, guys, really couldn't do any of this without you, and I really hope that that you like it and that you get something out of it, I just want to show you that cooking is not complicated, it's easy, it's fun, and you can eat lovely food. Okay, we need to get those out of there quickly. So I'm just going to put the beans, and I'm going to show you the tray. I'm sort of being a bit fancy here, but so you see how they look, right? So I have scattered all the beans. It's looking beautiful, yeah? I don't want to be too, I don't want to be here too long for you. I know that more than 20 minutes is too much. So we're going to leave these green beans. So this is blanching them. So we blanch them. They're still crunchy. I'm not going to put them, actually I'm going to. I told you I wasn't, but I'm going to. I tell you why. Because we're not going to eat this salad until later on tonight, and my husband doesn't like when the vegetables are not crunchy. So I'm going to give them a good rinse. So what's that? My cat is making noise. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut the tomatoes. How do we say? We say tomato, I say tomato, you say tomato. It's very difficult. I lived in Australia for many years, so I speak a Commonwealth sort of based English, but I've been in the US now for more than 3 years. This is my 4th summer, and it's all starting to pick up what to do. All right, so I cut them in half. Now, a little trick. You see that it's a little bit flatter in this side than in that side? That means that's in the middle. And that's what you want. This is a little trick. I know there's some people out there that put them on and put a plate on top and cut it. I am really old-fashioned. I like cutting one by one. And because I like putting love in my cooking, and I think that by taking that time to looking for the right angle and putting extra love, and love makes it taste better and nicer. The YouTubers get to see my hands better. So those of you in Instagram, I encourage you, if you like what you see now, and whenever you want to cook this recipe at home, go to my blog and you'll have the link to the video. And for YouTube, I'm more recording my hands so you can see what I do. So I'm going to get the tray again. So short time. And I'm going to put these tomatoes These are seasonal. They're beautiful. I didn't eat tomatoes for years because when I moved to Australia from Spain, the first time I had a tomato, it had no taste whatsoever. It was when I started eating organic food that I started eating tomatoes. But these organic tomatoes, local from here, from Northern California, they're beautiful. Okay, see how gorgeous that is? All right. Now let's do the green beans. I'm just going to break them in half. And then I've got the opportunity to take that little skin off them, yeah? I'm taking too long. I should have done this before, but I wanted you to see how I was cooking everything. So I don't like being here more than 20 minutes because I know 20 minutes is more than enough time for you guys to be there. So, and I could be here all day talking to you because I love talking to myself. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who does that. So again, traditionally, this recipe is made with boiled potatoes, but I have made them. I'm making this one for a low carbohydrate. I'm not sure if this will count for paleo because it just gets too confusing. You know, you can eat this, you cannot eat that. I believe a good balanced diet is all you need. And this is all my kitchen is about, to have a good balanced diet. And if you're interested, please let me know because I've got a lot more to tell you about all this. All right, I think this is about enough. What do you think? I have pretty much covered the whole tray. Now we can see the tomatoes at all. Okay, good. Right, because I want to be quick and I don't want to have you waiting for so long, I'm just gonna break the eggs quickly. I normally don't present the finished plate, so this is good for me, and I really thank you for being there because this is a good training for me for my next one. So for next week I'll have it already all done. So I always have a bowl where I put all the scraps in, things that can go into a compost bin or into the green waste. So here in California, they have a really good green waste system. I don't have my own compost. As I said to you, I don't have a green thumb. I've got beautiful plants in my house inside, but the ones outside, I'm not very good at them. And I'm going to use this. What was I saying? The compost. But when I lived in Australia, there's a lot of community groups now that they have their own garden. Maybe just go into your community, look for community garden. They usually have compost bins and you can take your scraps. And another thing that I used to do for a while, we looked after the animals at my daughter's school for many years over the summer. And what I did is, whenever I peel vegetables like carrots or, the carrots leaves and the green part of the strawberries, things like that, I used to take them to the animals. They loved them. They were so happy. So you can do that too. All right, so I'm going to cut these in 6. So I'm going to cut them in half. Oh, it's a little bit more than that I would have liked. And I'm going to cut them in 6. 3 of each. I would like you to tell me what else would you like to see. I can cook practically anything because I have been so lucky to live in many different countries and be exposed to a lot of cuisines wherever I have gone. Although my traditional cooking is mainly Spanish Mediterranean diet, I can cook a lot of different things. So I would like to hear what you would like me to cook for you. What you would like to see, what you would like to learn, you know, whether you like, I can tell you, I don't know a lot about Japanese food other than making sushi rolls or California rolls, I call it in Australia. I can make a few, you know, teriyakis and things like that, but I cannot make, you know, sophisticated Japanese. But I can make the rice and all those things, so I'll be happy. Okay, so we need 12 Kalamata olives. I'm gonna take it off. I should have done it before, so I know now by next week that I have to do it. But I thought, you know, when you see a cooking show, they have everything ready in little, and I don't like washing up. You know, when you're cooking, the more you use the same thing, the less washing up you have. And that's the way I like it. And I hope it's the way you like it too. And it's 6 more. You know what happened? I can't count in English. It's hard. When you learn a second language, you always end up counting in your mother language. 2 more. So by doing that, I have to wash this, which goes in the dishwasher. And then I only have to put away 1/4. I don't have to put away, you know, 6 or 7 little bowls. Okay, so if you want to put more, please by all means may do it. So I'm going to sort of finish almost. So I'm going to put the tuna over, sort of scatter like that. You can break it with your hands. I'm not a big fan of it. So I said to you before, I've got beautiful ahi tuna that I have bought, which is really nice and fresh. And I'm going to grill it just before we're going to have dinner. I think that with this little tuna here and the ahi tuna that I'm just going to grill it and then I'm going to slice it and put it on top, I think my husband will have enough. I think so. So isn't it looking beautiful? I promise you I'll be done very soon. I don't want to have you much more time unless you like it and we can keep talking forever. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make the dressing now. So we need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. No, it's not a lot. Believe me, it's a lot of salad. And we're going to put about 4 peppercorns. I only use black, but you guys can use any one you like. White, the colorful one is beautiful too. I like that one, but it's really hard to find it organic. So because I buy in bulk these things, I normally take my little jar and I get a tear from the store, and I fill it up. It's easier for me to get the black one. The color one is not so available. Now I'm going to do a little bit of free advertisement. I have discovered these anchovies in Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is a very popular supermarket chain here in Northern California. And they're from Italy, and they add in olive oil. And you'll see they're well caught, which is very important when you buy something in a tin, that you make sure that it's well caught. I'm going to use the fork. All right. Look at this. Aren't they fabulous? Yes, I made a mess. I know. Okay. I think it's a bit too big. So I might just cut it in half because all we want to do is give some flavor to the dressing. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make a paste. I'm trying to make a paste with the anchovy fillet that we're going to mix through with the dressing. So this is going to give it a much more fishy flavor. So if you are vegan or vegetarian and you don't eat fish, so vegans, obviously no tuna, no eggs. I will add something yellow. It could be yellow capsicum And you don't need to cook it just in stripes, really thin. Or you can make a mix of these little tomatoes. They are available in orange and yellow, or buy a mix of them and then put 24 instead of 12, and don't use the eggs. That's an option. Obviously, no one chocolate fillet for you. Okay, and if you find it too strong, don't use it either. Yeah. So here I've got a paste that I've made. Now we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm gonna get juice out of the lemon. You know this trick, don't you? That if you roll a lemon or an orange or a lime or any citrus fruit, it will release a lot more. It just gets really soft and you get a lot more juice out of them. Also, you know why I use it? Because I cook a lot, and obviously if you cook a lot, you clean a lot. Even though, you know, I save on cleaning as much as I can, this gives me a beautiful massage that really, really helped me with my pain. So there you have it. That's another option. I need a knife. Excuse me for a second. Right. So we need a tablespoon of beautiful, and we need a tablespoon of lemon juice, approximately half. But lately I'm getting lemons that are really big, so I'm just gonna get it. I'm gonna measure it today, and I'm gonna use this little thing here. All right. I was just making juice of the lemon. Don't throw it away. Make a little incision with the tip of your knife. Put it in the top rack of your dishwasher, and it will be a natural deodorant. And when you finish, we have something called InSinkerator. If you have one of those food blender in your sink, put it down the drain, because it will give a natural deodorizer as well. I sometimes add a little bit of bicarb soda and then really hot water, and it sort of bubbles, but it cleans it, and the smell, if you have some you know, not very nice smell, it will go away. All right, I'm gonna grab this again, and I'm going to measure half a tablespoon. I think you are all familiar with this. I'm pretty sure that you are all familiar with this measuring spoon. So big one, tablespoon. So I'm gonna measure it. Well, I was wrong. Yeah, we're just gonna put it in. It's not much. It's not much. Okay. So we need the oil that we have drained from the tin, which is a bit more than a tablespoon of oil. I always like using the ratio 1 tablespoon, about half a juice of half a lemon, and 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Otherwise, it's too tangy, and I personally don't like it. So I need to add 2 more tablespoons of oil. As I said to you, this is a bottle that I reuse in my kitchen. I buy in bulk. It's cheaper. It's easier to get rid of the containers, and I can buy a much better oil, you know, and I don't end up with so many bottles anyway. All right, so I'm mixing everything. We've got the pepper, we've got the salt, we've got the lemon, we've got the anchovy, and sorry, I forgot the Dijon mustard. Just a dash. This one is almost finished. It's organic. It's from Whole Foods, which is my to-go store here in the US, because being all organic is all I can find. Just about that. Okay, so we're gonna mix it well, and this is gonna go over the salad. I'm gonna show you how you try. I've got the filling. I'm gonna try with a piece of lettuce. However, I think that once this is all mixed, the salad is going to be okay, even though it might be quite strong for me now. So I'm just going to steal a piece of lettuce from here. This is how you do it. You dip and you try. I find it quite lemony because the tin wasn't too big. So I'm just going to add a dash of olive oil and that's it. So because I'm going to eat this salad tonight, if I dress it now, all the lettuce is going to wilt. And my husband has got another 3 hours to get home. So I don't want him to eat wilted salad. So I'm going to be a good wife and I'm not going to dress the salad. But that's all you do. You get your dressing. Another thing that you can do is to put this dressing in one of these plastic bottles, like the one I showed you before. I actually have one and I keep pouring and I always have dressing. Whatever I have left over, I always have dressing because I don't dress my salad until I go and sit down and eat them. That way, if you have leftover salad, it won't go wilty. You can use it tomorrow. So this is another trick from me to you. So I'm going to show you how the salad looks like. I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of the thyme that I showed you before. Oh, I asked for a teaspoon, so I'm going to get the teaspoon. And I'm just going to sprinkle it all over the salad. If you have fresh thyme, by all means, use fresh. There's no comparison with the flavor. But as I said to you, I don't have a green thumb. And I also feel bad when I have to waste and throw food away. So there you have it. Low carbohydrate miswa salad with really nice beans. These ones are called Corona beans, which are really big. Cannelli will go really well. Any white bean is preference. Go to your local farmers market and some of them sell locally dry ones. What you do, you soak them overnight and then the next day, if you have a pressure cooker, you cook them for 20 minutes. If you don't have a pressure cooker, an hour and a half. But always check because it's better that you add more time that they go really mushy. They're not very nice. And as I said before, vegetarians, no fish, no anchovy in your dressing. And vegans, no fish, no eggs. And add some yellow to the salad. You know, you should eat the colors of the rainbow to have a balanced diet. And I always try that my food is really colorful. So there we are. I really hope that you like it, that you've got something out of it. I'm really happy to be here. And I wish to see you next time. So for those of you who speak English, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'm not sure what I'm going to make, but if you go to any of my social media, whether it is Instagram or Facebook, please DM me. Tell me, look, Carmen, I would like to learn how to, I don't know, fry an egg, maybe. Or I would like to know how to make a quick bread. We can do that. I'll be prepared and I'll be really happy to do that. So I have to go to pick up my daughter. I'm a mum. So thank you so much again. Really, really, I can't do this without your support. And visit my blog, carmensorganickitchen.com. The recipes in there, both in English and Spanish. I'm going to put the link tonight. So the link for what I've been doing in YouTube will be there. This video in Instagram is going to be live for the next week, so you can go back to it. And I hope to see you next time. and have a wonderful weekend and eat well and be happy. Bye-bye.